What brand name is actually 100% worth spending more for? 3 male post-it notes. Making an adhesive strong enough to stop the notes curling up at the edge and falling off, but weak enough that you can remove and replace them at will, seems to be outside the skill set of every other company. When my daughter was a baby, I put a 3 male post-it note on our door that said please don't ring doorbell. It lasted 6 years stuck to our front door in Alberta without ever falling off. I finally took it down last year when my younger son stopped napping. That's nuts. You should email them. They probably love to hear that. Bra. I never had one fit me properly until I was fitted at Nordstrom and then handed a 60 bra with a size I didn't know was even made, and it fit like a glove and was comfortable and it made my boobs look good. Edit. Thank you to Dimpletown for suggesting I edit this comment to add the brand, which is Natori. They make my 30DD over the shoulder boulder holder. Also, all the silly and ridiculous individuals who comment about pics for proof, please reference the first 2 adjectives in this sentence. Don't leave us hanging. What's the brand? Any paints. House paint. Car. Boat. Trains and planes. Usually the higher the cost, the better the paint. Love Sherwin-Williams Emerald products as house paint. Used to sell paint, and I can confirm. Always buy the premium brands unless you want to spend all day painting the same walls 20 times. Customers always bought the cheapest paint we had and complained that they needed 5 to 10 coats to cover a wall. Former painter here. The hospital that I worked for would only purchase Glidden paint. I'm here to testify that you get what you pay for there, and preferably, it's Sherwin-Williams or Benjamin Moore. Painted my entire house, literally. The walls, baseboards, trim, doors, and cabinets with Benjamin Moore, and it looks so good. It is self-leveling and dries so beautifully, although it is kinda spendy. Worth it. When we moved in, the paint jobs in some of the rooms was horrendous, streaky, chipping everywhere, and the previous owners left a bunch of the remaining paint cans. It was the bottom of the shelf paint that you get at Home Depot bare, I think. Acme brand dynamite. As a lefty, Zebra F 402 pence. Fine point. No smear. No pressing hard to get a clean line. Since I discovered them, I can't go back to other ballpoint pens. As another lefty, Uni Jetstream pens are the same. They dry instantly, so no smearing, and they don't skip at all. Uniball Jetstream. Such a good pen. Also good for people who push their pens instead of pull them. The concept of pushing versus pulling has been foo for the past few minutes. Thank you for the mini existential crisis. Crayola. Rose art crayons have haunted me since I was a child. Till the day I pass. Rose art crayons are like trying to color with a candle. Wow, yes. Feelings to words. Ticonderoga Pencils. I'll write a whole 10-page essay by hand with one of those babies. My engineering teacher did an entire lesson on why they are the best pencils ever made. Herman Miller. My chair from them saved my back over quarantine. Faber-Castell. Faber-Castell colored pencils are some of the best out there. Stanley stainless steel vacuum thermos bottles. I have one that holds a 12-cup pot of coffee that I bought at a neighbor's estate sale 30 years ago, and it was probably 20 years old then. It still works exactly as promised. I did have trouble cleaning the coffee crud out of the bottom of it until I saw a hello isn't on this. Fill it about 1/3 full of hot tap water and drop in about 4 denture cleaning tablets and let it sit overnight. You wouldn't believe how clean it is after that treatment. Wow. I had no idea this would take off like this. Thank you. I thought you want to have a look at my old Stanley vacuum bottle thermos link. My dad had an ancient one of these. He carried coffee to his office every day because he didn't like the stuff they had in the break room. When he passed, my sister's husbands had a bit of a fight over who got it. I don't recall for certain who won, but I think my younger sister may have claimed it for herself, as she's the only coffee drinker between the 3 of us sisters. But I know my dad had that for decades. It was battered a bit on the outside, but still did the job. Kitchenaid stand mixer. I've had mine for over 10 years now. Use it at least once a week and takes a beating during Christmas time, and it still works like a charm. If you ever blow a gear out needing a tough dough, You can replace them pretty easily as well. That's what someone told me when I first got it. They said they had this for close to 20 years and had to change that part once. Fisker stuff axes, shovels, hammers, but also scissors. Don't know if you realize, but Fiskars have a lifetime warranty. Go on their website, take a snap of the broken item, and send it to them. They will replace it, no questions asked. Some of their sewing scissors do break occasionally, and I've gotten replacements when they do. Corelle ware. That shit is damn near indestructible, and bonus it's been around for forever, so you often find it super cheap at thrift shops. Meal vacuums. Used to buy a new vacuum cleaner every year and a half. Bought one meal, and it's still going strong after 12 years. I don't care if it was 4 times as expensive to purchase. The cost per year for the meal is actually lower, so you get better mealage. Dawn dishwashing liquid. I haven't found anything else that works as well. Dawn is the tits. I bought budget once, and never again. I had to use far too much to actually get clean dishes, so the bottle only lasted maybe a third of the time that the same size Dawn did. I always pay the little extra for a big lighter over the cheap transparent ones. They rarely break and they're more ergonomic. They also last forever. I've maybe managed to keep one long enough for it to become empty once or twice. Smoking will get you through dozens. They've been getting less full in recent years as well. As a smoker I could make one last almost a year. Now it barely feels like a couple months. Every time you light your lighter, it gets a little lighter, until it gets so light your lighter won't light. I'm a frugal bastard, but I swear by Dawn dish soap. It gets fleas off pets, grease off tools, soot off brick, oil out of clothes, and is a key ingredient in lots of homemade cleaners and garden chemical mixtures. To add to this, for any parents of newborns or babies still having blowout poops, hand washing those clothing items with Dawn and warm water will literally take the stain out and preserve the clothes. Soaking in a bucket of water and white vinegar works quite well too. Shimano Ultegra bicycle components. Work smoothly, reliable. Can't complain. Darn tough socks. They really are. According to my wife, feminine products that aren't name brand either don't function well or are extremely uncomfortable. Having a more comfortable time during that part of the month is far superior to using uncomfortable products to make it twice as bad. Her words, not mine. To add, I'm 33 and been with my wife since we were in high school. I've purchased a lot of these products myself. Even when I was first dating her, it's either being a paper or cardboard insert that is rough, uncomfortable, or the cotton is just not safe and doesn't stay together as it should, as a few have stated here as well. This is mostly from store or off brands at Fredmere Kroger, as that's where we've always shopped, or the occasional Safeway trip. We don't have any Walmart or Costco's near us, so we have no idea how their brands are. Q-tips. I don't know what all the other brands and generics are doing, but I swear their cotton to stick ratio is always off. Too pokey or too soft can't be just me. The Q in tip stands for quality. All cotton swabs say you shouldn't use them in your ear for liability purposes. They all know that's pretty much their primary function. Nipux hand tools. Milwaukee power tools. Don't cheap out on appliances. I got a Bosch set for my washer dryer, and so far they've outlasted 3 sets of my father-in-law's LGs, Samsungs, and another one I don't remember. People complain appliances don't last as long as they used to, and while I don't disagree, it's often because they buy the cheap models. Wait until you discover meal. Holy shit, that's some nice stuff. But who own those prices? They last for life. Family back in Europe has a vacuum cleaner from the 70s or 80s. A washing machine from the early zeros that still runs quieter than almost any other brand. And now a fridge that's lasted 10 years. Yes, I realize a 10-year lifespan for a fridge was unremarkable until recently, but I have no doubt it'll outlast all the Samsung LG fridges around these days. In all honesty, Tupperware. My mom has some Tupperware containers that are almost as old as me, and they are still in good condition. It's rare that I can find plastic containers that are even close in quality and durability. Are they those orange, yellow and pea green bowls with lids that fit tight enough a nuclear blast couldn't get them off? Also, everyone has the yellow pasta strainer. My mom bought that pea green strainer before I was born. I swiped it when she and my father divorced, never letting that bad boy go. Zippo Lighters. Amazing quality. Lifetime guarantee with a no questions asked repair or replacement policy. You can find a broken one randomly on the street, mail it to them, and they will repair or replace it. A Zippo lighter will last generations. Carhartt socks. I'm super picky about my socks. If they are too tight, my feet sweat and get cold. If too loose, they bunch up in my shoes as I walk. Too thin and they're useless in winter. Too thick and they are too tight when I'm wearing shoes. Carhartt produces several socks that are perfect, especially for winter. Loose enough to let my feet breathe, not too thick to feel uncomfortable in my shoes, and no bunching as I walk. Have you ever tried Darn Tough? They're from Vermont. Funny enough, have a lifetime warranty. 3 mail. Their products are worth every penny compared to other brands and third-party sellers. Pilot G2 pens. Agree. My dad actually orders his with a .38 tip. He loves the flow. Doesn't smudge as much. 0.38 are my favorite. I don't use anything else. Nice try. Corporate. You'll never get a secret survey from me. Big Crayon is rolling out their army of ridicules. Pyrex Glass cookware and food storage containers. I've had cheaper things crack on me. Lids break. But Pyrex lasts forever. There are 2 versions of Pyrex. If you get the old stuff it's awesome, the new shit is just branding. Not quite true. The borosilicate stuff, mostly older, was incredibly heat shock resistant. It can go from the freezer to a hot oven and be okay. The newest stuff can't do that. But the newer stuff is much more crack resistant, and if it does break, he breaks into much less dangerous shards. Kerrygold salted butter. Edit LOL, didn't see this blowing up. Thanks for the upvotes and awards. Ziploc bags. Duck them, store brands. If you're in Texas, try the HEB store brand freezer bags. They feel more sturdy and close better than Ziploc. Duluth Trading Company, especially for underwear. There was a half off sale a while back, and I got enough that I never have to wear other brands. High-end outdoors gear, Arc'teryx, Patagonia, etc. Sometimes that extra bit of insulation or reduced weight can mean the difference between life and death. Can I add Osprey backpacks and Untough socks? A little higher upfront cost, but real lifetime warranties. Redwing work boots. I only buy their upper level boots and have never regretted the purchase. I started with other brands and once I hit Redwings I was done. As far as outdoorsy stuff and tools, Benchmade knives, Sea to Summit sleeping bags, Hyperlight tents and packs, Merrell Boots, Estwing tools, Leatherman multi-tools. Check out our Buy It For Life. Lots of good stuff on there. Edit some friendly debate on the Merrell brand. I'm just gonna give my 2 cents. Mine were some boots from 2015, so they could have gone down in quality. I have no clue. My first pair lasted from Georgia to almost the end of Virginia, but I was doing near 15-20 plus mile days depending on the terrain. They saw over 500 mile 800 kilometer link. There's a ton of great boots out there though. Shop around. Smart Food white cheddar popcorn. I wind up eating the whole bag in one sitting, no matter what size I buy. Lego. When it comes to headphones, Allmate Sennheiser is a strong contender. A 50 pair of cans I bought from them sounds like a 120 pair of cans and last just as long. The further up the price rungs you go, the less total dominance they have, but they are still very good. Michelin high performance tires, long lasting tread, quiet, excellent traction. Arxo. Kitchen utensils, housewares in general. Their stuff is so intuitively made and well designed, and just looks great to boot. If they make a version of anything I need, I will always choose their brand over anyone else's. Toyota, for anyone who drives their car into the ground. Maybe not so much if you lease. Yup. 300k on an Echo, bought new, still running when sold. 250k on a 4Runner, that I would still have if rats hadn't fried the electronics and just got a Tundra. Q-tip. I was out of them and happened to see a box of generic cotton swabs at a dollar store, so I bought them. A 500 pack. They were covered in a whisper of actual cotton. Hurt, bent in half once inserted mid-ear, and we suffered through about 40 of them before the husband growled and threw them away. We are a loyal tip brand only family now. Update: I will stick whatever I want in whatever hole I want. So save your medical advice. I've been drilling my ears since the 70s and don't need anyone warning me of shit. Now get off my lawn. Carhartt Patagonia. Hands down. Their items are made to last a lifetime and are quality. I also really like Pact. They carry various clothing items made from organic cotton that are super comfortable and well worth spending more for. Wreck the underwear and socks.